There's some very serious questions in front of people that oppose Bobby Kennedy. Why is America so sickly? Are doctors always right? Do you think our public health authorities won our trust during COVID? Bobby Kennedy authored one of the sharpest critiques out there of Anthony Fauci. Bobby Kennedy was right all along during the COVID debacle. We never should have locked down, as we said on this program. The vaccine was a joke and a disaster. The mRNA gene-altering vaccine. We never should have suppressed early treatments. And because of all of that, look at the sequencing. We got lockdowns, which resulted in an even further diseased population. We then got mail-in ballots, and they displaced Trump from power. Now, I actually believe that God works all things out for good for those who love him, Romans 8:28, that us being displaced from power actually ended up being a very positive thing. Bobby Kennedy never would be close to becoming the Health and Human Services Secretary, would never even get close if President Trump would not have been displaced from power. Bobby Kennedy made a serious political investment, a serious investment into the grassroots to help form the Uniparty, to help form this grassroots movement of moms and health-focused advocates and activists. And I'm very happy to say we were part of history at Turning Point. Donald Trump endorsing or receiving the endorsement of Bobby Kennedy endorsing Donald Trump happened at our Turning Point event in Glendale, Arizona. Bobby Kennedy says clearly here in his hearing, worth repeating, play cut 138, he is not anti-vax, but in his advocacy, he's asked the uncomfortable questions. Play cut 138.
And I believe that that vaccines play a critical role in healthcare. All of my kids are vaccinated. I've written many books on vaccines. My first book in 2014, the first line of it is, I am not anti-vaccine, and the last line is, I am not anti-vaccine. In my advocacy, I've often disturbed the status quo by asking uncomfortable questions.
Now understand, if you question the efficacy or the safety of vaccines, they call you anti-vax. Of course, vaccines can be a scientific miraculous breakthrough. Are they necessary for everything that we are vaccinated against? Is a hepatitis B vaccine really necessary for every newborn child? Is that really necessary? Do we really need to inoculate against chickenpox? The schedule has ramped up so dramatically since 1991. And if you even dare to say that, yes, there very well might be side effects, which, by the way, the labels themselves say. Every doctor will quietly say, well, of course there are side effects, potentially. But we can't say that, or else you're called anti-vaccine. It is a modern secular religion believing that vaccines are completely unchallengeable. And do you know that vaccines are one of the few things that we have where if something goes wrong, you're not able to sue the manufacturer? So if a car explodes and kills your kid, you should be able to sue the car manufacturer to make sure the car is safe for a future user and be able to get damages. If a vaccine gives your kid some sort of neurodivergent neurological disorder, potentially, you go to the Vaccine Adverse Event Reporting System, VAERS, and good luck. The entire incentive structure right now is trying to keep people permanently sick, trying to keep people permanently in a state where they can be controlled, where they are annuities for Big Pharma. We have an obesity problem with our kids. Half of our children by age 15 are overweight or obese. Only 3% of Japanese kids are overweight or obese. That comes to diet, that goes to movement, that goes to parenting, and all sorts of things. But our public health officials need to advocate for a health-conscious, focused agenda. And this becomes a national security threat, becomes a national morale threat. Kids are more likely to commit suicide, more likely to get on psychoactive drugs, more likely to be addicted to alcohol, less likely to be vibrant and active members of their community and society. Make America healthy again is an admirable cause. Who could be against that? Bobby Kennedy must be confirmed.